What up, world? We are back. We are live. This is the Cloud Chronicles, man. I'm your host, Jerry and Blaze, your first ever podcast sex symbol. You see it? You see it right there. Hey, man, we got the merch available, man. That intro you just heard right there, if that didn't have you bobbing your head, I don't know what to tell you, but that was done by Texas's own TMP, Take Money Productions, Droopy M, man. They're doing big things, man. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that intro. That's dope. So today's episode, man. You see the guests that I've been having, have super dope guests. I got another one of my new favorites. He's on my favorite new comedy, Southside. He's also on a new movie. I'm gonna let him talk to you about that himself. But I want you to welcome to the show for the very first time. He's an actor. He's an artist. And, you know, he's going to tell some more stuff that he does, too. Because, like I said, we just met. So we're going to get into it. Okay. This is my man, Geno Walker, in the building. Y'all show him some love right now. Geno Walker.
Hey. Yo, yeah, that intro was banging. That intro is definitely a banger. Hey, I mean, he didn't do my thing.
Hey, yeah, man. I thought I glimpsed that. And I was like, is he bobbing it? That's fire. That's that
yeah,
fire.
for sure.
He said it to me. I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I go, that fits me, too. I was like, I like that. That remind me of young Kanye stuff.
All
right, man. Down dope. Man, so just tell the people that don't know who you are, man.
Well, that's most people. Most people don't know who I am. My name's Geno Walker. I am a product of the South Side of Chicago. Bred, not born. I was actually born in California, but my parents brought me here when I was still a baby. So Chicago raised me. I'm an actor based out of Chicago here. That's just kind of the basics, you know.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna know who you are, man, because Southside is taking off. It's doing great. I love your character on there, man. So hopefully, we hope you'll have that. Wait a minute. Let's talk about this. I gotta talk about this, man.
Sure.
Tell me you ain't dead.
Well, I mean, you saw what you saw. I mean, the man fell off the roof.
The paramedics hadn't came up, so with all the the modern technology we have, they can bring it back. They can bring it back.
Sure, it is television. The South Side, like the real South Side, the South Side television show is a wild place. So you kind of never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. So how'd you get into that, man? Tell me how you first heard about it.
Wow, it's actually I'm glad you asked because it's one of my favorite stories to tell.
Tell it right here.
The creators of the South Side first got to shout out Diallo and Bashir. And Michael Blyden. They great guys, amazing. What they've made is fantastic and phenomenal. It really is just amazing that they came to the South Side of Chicago. Obviously, they're from Chicago. Diallo and Bashir are. They're from Chicago, and they made a true Chicago show. They came and did it. You know, a lot of people will make a show about a place, but it's in Hollywood. It's on a sound stage. They pretend that it's in a place, but no, they actually shoot this show on the South Side Chicago, and it is phenomenal. It gives it with real actors from Chicago. So it gives it an authenticity that is unparalleled. You can't match. One of the things that I love so much about the show is that it's anyone can be a fan of the show. Obviously, the comedy is universal. But if you happen to know Chicago, if you happen to be from Chicago, there are always just little pearls and little gems in there that you just catch little references that just really put it over the top. But as far as how I got involved, I was really lucky. They use a casting agency here in Chicago, PR casting. Some of the most wonderful people that you will ever meet. And they asked me, let me get this cord out the way. They asked me to come in and do the audition reads for the show. So it was great. You know, it was like about a week or 2 weeks or so for that before the show came on. So this was for the first season. Everyone that came in to audition for the show, I read opposite them. So I read all of the parts. So that's one of my little personal pads on the back. Is like I literally on that first season, I played every character in the audition room, and it was really, really fun. lots of incredible, talented Chicago actors came through and got to spend that time with them. And during that time, the creators of the show, Bashir, Diallo, Michael, they were there in the room, obviously, giving direction and choosing who they like. And as the roles come up, you know, I'm an actor, right? Like I want to be in the mix, but at the same time, I know when it's my time to shine, when it's somebody else's time to shine. So I'm not trying to take anybody else's light.
Right.
That's not, you know, what's mine is what's for me is going to be mine.
I say that all the time, bro.
So with each role, however, that it came up, I kind of was like, oh, this is a good one. I hope I get a chance to audition for this one. Like, I'm not asking somebody to give me nothing. I just want a shot. Just give me a shot.
Yeah.
Actors come in, they do their thing, go out, and like, I don't get the call. I don't get the opportunity to audition. I don't get the opportunity to audition. So I'm just kind of, it's like, all right, well, that was a fun thing to do. I just let it go. And one of the casting agents came to me, pulled me to the side and was like, oh, wow, you've done such a great job. They love you so much. They're going to write you a part. And I thought, wow, like that is incredible. Like, wow.
Hey, hold on, man. We're not just going to gloss by that, man. That's big. Give it up for yourself, man.
Thank you.
Well, it's in on the right end. That's what's up.
Well, that's the thing of it, right? Like normally an actor in audition, you get to walk into a room and you might get 5 minutes to try to show your wares and impress somebody. You may or may not do that. If you got 2 weeks to show somebody what you could do and you don't move them, then you might not be in the right field. So
might need some more classes. Huh?
Yeah, you might need to go back to the drawing board. So after that time, like I said, they told her that they were going to write me a part, but still in this business, until you're on set, until you're cashing the check, it's always kind of like, okay, well, yeah, thank you. That's great. So then, true to their word, they did is like, okay, well, they just need you to get you on camera, read it for the network, but it's your part. So I came in, and what's interesting is I had a totally different take on the character than what it ultimately came out to be.
What were you thinking?
I
want to know because the character is wild, man.
So he originally, thankfully, you know, he is wild, but that was absolutely Bashir's vision for the character. It wasn't my vision of it at all. But I first appeared in season 1 in I believe the episode is called "The Day the Nikes" or "The Day the Jordans Dropped," and so. I'm a guy who standing in line waiting to get the Jordans. It turns out that I live in the building. I'm one of the tenants of Officer Turner. So Officer Turner sees me in line. Is like, oh, you got Jordan money. Where's my rent money? So we have a little bit of back and forth there. So I tried to play it. My initial thought was to play it as like, okay, I'm gonna try and be suave and sweet talk, and like that was kind of that was how I interpreted the character. And they're like, nah. That's not who this guy is at all. That's not what we want from this character. So I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I roll with the punches. That's what it is. But even then, I thought, and actually, let me back up for a second because there's a little part of the story that I don't think I'm actually even supposed to know. So this is a real exclusive. If I'm not supposed to know, I definitely am not supposed to tell. So. So after they put me on camera and they sent it to Comedy Central was the network, and there was some pushback. Apparently, the folks at Comedy Central wanted somebody else for the role, somebody a little more known, somebody to bring something else to the table. And thankfully, Diallo, Bashir, and Blyden, like they went to bat for me. It's like, no, this is our guy. We want him, and that so they thank. I'll always be thankful for that. They stuck up for me and, made it happen. But even then I came on, I got a day. I think it was like 3 lines or whatnot. I was like, all right, great. That was a wonderful experience. I didn't expect anything else to come from it. So then when I got a call back to come and for another episode later in the season finale, I got to come back and have just had another phenomenal experience doing that. But again, thinking, all right, great. That at the time, what I knew of that character, that I didn't really see that there was going to be an arc, that there was going anywhere else. So to get the script for the season 2, and to see what that character entailed, and you don't even know. Like y'all don't even know what made it to screen. Is it?
Oh yeah, man. I'm waiting for some. I'm waiting for some behind the scene outtakes.
Yeah, well,
I would just like to be a fly on the wall.
I'm told
y'all, man. Oh,
it's one of the most amazing sets. It's most you see the hilarious, giving, just talented people. Just and the creative process is so great that they really trust us, and we get to make something amazing. I've been told there's a 40 minutes director's cut. I haven't seen it myself.
Oh wow!
But if that episode, I would love to see. Let's release the Blyden cut. We're gonna start that. Here.
The Snyder cut?
The Blyden, no, our director, Michael Blyden. We want the Blyden cut.
That's his name? Okay, yeah, his version. I got it, yeah. Because you know it's longer and everything. Man, but that's one of my favorite episodes. I had to jump in there, but the one with where Shake, concert promoter.
Yeah.
Hilarious, man. I know it was hard. I know it took a couple days.
We shot that. It took a week. It took a week to shoot that. There were so many moving parts, being in the warehouse, having the drones and the party and all of that type of stuff. Anytime you have that many people on camera in the scene, like it's always a big production. But fortunately, professional people were able to pull it off.
Yeah, I was happy, man, to see that character get kind of almost like a feature episode.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Where it was just really, this is him. This one's about him. All about him, and it was just you the whole time, man. And you killed it the whole time when you was talking to the lady, making the plan. Matter of fact, don't call me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I don't know if you thought of any of that off your head, man, but it was classic.
It was some of it is in the moment improv. Some of it is like you'll do a take and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Like, oh, that thing that you did, do that again because that was good. Don't do that. Like, keep it moving a little faster. So it really is a collaborative thing. But when I tell you there's so much that got left on the cutting room floor, like there's so many bits. And be honest with you, when I saw the episode for the very first time, because in my head, I know everything that we shot.
Yeah.
So in my head, as months have gone by, I've thought of like what I'm gonna see. So when I actually watched that episode, I was disappointed. On my first viewing, I thought,
like, hold up.
Like, wait a minute, what happened to X? What happened to Y? What happened to Z? I was beside myself, disappointed. I thought, like, man, and I actually did. I reached out to our director, Michael Blyden. I was like, man, was there something wrong with my performance? Like, did I do something? And he was like, absolutely not. We just ran out of time. And then when I thought about it, there were additional storylines in that episode that just never saw the light of day. So not only did my stuff got cut down, other people's stuff got cut out entirely. So once I rewatched it and I thought about that, I was like, oh yeah, that I can't. It's a 30-minute show. As much as I would love it to be, and I think Southside actually could pull this off. You don't see a lot of hour-long comedies on television.
Oh yeah, like 45-minute episodes or
exactly. That normally gets reserved for drama, but I think Southside actually could pull it off.
Definitely, man. Yeah, because there's so mmany characters, you know what I'm saying? And you could go so many ways. You could go back in time like how they did. They could do that with all the characters. Oh man, I'd like to see because we had boy Edward Williams III on here.
He's a fool.
Hey man, I'd love to see an episode with y'all and they're trying to put on like a party or something like that.
Yeah,
man, that would be hilarious. Y'all two together.
In that episode, thank you. He's a great actor, and in that episode, there was more interaction between the two of us that it didn't make it to screen.
Right.
Yeah,
man. Y'all two play good together. Definitely one of my favorite episodes. So I know you got another project. So you're not just you don't just do comedy. The boy he has range. He has range. So tell me about this new film, man. Tell me as much as you can. I know it's new, so.
Sure. So I have a film coming out. It's titled Night's End. It'll be streaming on the Shudder Network, which is AMC's horror streaming service. The release date is March 31st. They have a halfway to Halloween event. So March 31st is 6 months away from Halloween. So it's the film is about a guy who is he's a bit of a recluse. He's estranged from his family. He moves into this apartment, and the apartment turns out to have some paranormal activity. He reaches
now, this
out.
Is your character, right?
This is my character. Yeah. This is Ken Barber is the name of the character, and so he reaches out for some advice, some help to perform an exorcism, and things don't go as planned.
So you the man in this one.
Yeah, it actually
I mean, you the man. It's you.
It's me. It's if you watch this movie, this movie is for people who either like me a lot because you're gonna see a lot of me on screen, or it's also for people who don't like me at all because you see me get terrified and you see me go through all sorts of terrible situations. So it's either or. Those who love me, those who hate me, either way, tune in. Nights in March 31st, Shudder Network. We got something for you.
That's what's up, man. I like it. I saw it, and that's big too. It's gonna be on Shudder. Shudder's pretty big, man. I watched some classic horror films on there earlier in the year for a movie review podcast I was doing.
Sure.
Yeah, man, they have a lot.
If you're into horror, that's where you got to go. That's where you got to go. Shudder's all about. Yeah. And I am actually not a big horror fan. I like it. It is the reason is because I genuinely get scared. Like I am not somebody. I get terrified. I can't sleep well, so I generally don't do it. And I went from playing Rico on Tuesday directly into I shaved my face and went directly into playing this character on Wednesday. Like it was so it really
no time to decompress and
no time to decompress at all, and the total opposite range these two characters. Yeah.
That's great, man. So how long is this film?
I believe runtime I think is about 90 minutes. So just get in, get scared, get out of there.
Right in the pocket, man. That's right in the pocket, man. You know, a lot of these movies they go in 2.5 hours, and
yeah.
People having to sit down and watch that 90, man. That's right in that range, man. But I'm with you on the horror. If it's real good and there's some people in it, I'm gonna watch it. I'm telling you this, I'm only gonna watch it once.
Same.
I'm only gonna watch it once because I don't like, I don't watch it at nighttime.
Definitely not at night. I'm the same way. And you call me what you want. You say I'm a punk. You say whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm watching it in the day with the sun coming through, blinds open,
blinds wide open, absolutely.
Wide open. You know what I'm saying? Phone in hand. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling my homeboy, and I'm watching a scary movie. So keep your phone on. Just in case something pop off, I might have to call you.
Right, I might have to call you. I might have to come running out of here. So so, for sure.
So how did you get involved with that, man? Like, was that did you tell me how you got involved with that?
I got really fortunate. I got an audition through the same casting agency, PR Casting.
I'm coming out there to Chicago, man.
You should.
I'm trying to get in something, man.
I know who you can talk to. Come on out here. They had first off, let me take a moment. I got to give a shout out to both our director, amazing director of the film, Jennifer Reeder. She's one to watch if you don't already know her. Jennifer Reeder is absolutely incredible voice and an incredible talent, and she teamed up with our screenwriter Brett Neveu, who is a Chicago writer. He writes plays, feature films. Like, he's an amazing writer as well. So it was really a dream team getting to work with the two of them. Brett, I'd actually had a chance to work with before. I got to be in something else that he had written for stage, and I auditioned. It was a character that, despite the horror element, the core of this character, he was somebody who really spoke to me. He was a single guy who spends a lot of his time alone in an apartment in Chicago. And I was like, wait, I'm a guy who spends a lot of my time alone in an apartment in Chicago. Right.
This is not going to be that hard to play. I just got to be scared when it's time to be scared. That's not going to be hard to do.
Right. Because I scare real easy. So you just do some scary stuff and just keep the camera rolling. We going to be all right.
Yeah.
So that is how that went down. I auditioned. Jennifer saw what she saw and it resonated with her. And we went from there.
That's what's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
what's up. So I heard you say something about theater. So before I let you get out of here, I want to touch on this. Have you done? Are you a theater or a theater actor? Have you done play? Tell me about it.
Yeah, sure. I've done a couple of plays here in Chicago. Had opportunities to work with some great, amazing people, both artists and directors. Shout out to Ron, OJ. Shout out to James Mayer. There's a ton of people. So I could go on and on about amazing people who I've had a chance to be on the stage with. It's not my forte. It's not my. I don't want to say, it's not my preference. Go-to? It's not my go-to. I would much rather have a camera than to be on the stage.
I was definitely gonna ask about the difference,
sure,
and which you prefer.
Well, to me, it's just it's different muscles. It's being able to, when you're on that stage and there's a live audience, it's so exhilarating because you're walking that tightrope and you don't get a do-over. You don't get to oh, my bad, I messed it up. Let's go back and do it again. And so when you're on film and television, it is nice that you do have that reset button. Although you can't just be out there, you still have to be on point. You still have to be on point. And it's also it's smaller. So something that a great shout out to AJ Links, who is a casting director here in Chicago and a personal friend of mine. Something she always says is that the camera can see what you're thinking. So whereas on stage, you got to perform so that the person in that seat all the way back in the back knows what's going on. When you're on a camera that's right here, that close to your face, you don't have to act as big. You can just keep it right in here. And so it's just different muscles. That's all it is. And I prefer using my little camera muscles than my big stage muscles.
I've never done big stage plays, but I think I'd rather do the camera for sure, man. I think that stuff is a lot. I'm not going to say that either one is harder than the other, but
they're different hard.
Yeah, man. I definitely think that live hard is a different kind of hard too.
It's that pressure bust pipes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We don't see what you got.
Right.
We don't see what you got.
You can be in the gym. You can be in the gym shooting and hitting everything. But now, as folks is watching, now you tighten up a little bit. It's like, can you still perform? Yeah.
Yeah. That's real. That's a great way to put it, man. That's a great way to put it. Yeah. So what do you got coming up, man? You got anything new coming up that you can talk about? You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it is. You got to keep a lot of stuff on the hush sheet.
Well, not too much. The biggest thing is the film that'll be out at the end of next month. That's huge for me. So I'm really just sort of riding that wave. I think between now and then, I'm pretty sure I got an episode of Chicago Fire that'll air.
Chicago Fire, you was on there. Oh, big shout out, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, Chicago's a great town. It's a great town for actors because there is so much work here. All of our Chicago shows are here. Their South Side is here. There's casting on, lots of great shows that come through. And it's kind of a secret, but I guess the secret is kind of getting out that, you can be a working actor here in Chicago. You don't necessarily have to be out in LA. Obviously, the biggest is out there, but there are other places. Chicago is good. Atlanta, we know a lot of stuff is happening down in Atlanta.
They stayed open. That's what happened. Everybody from Cali had to come down there to shoot.
Sure.
And then they just kind of took off.
Yeah. But even before then, Tyler Perry Studios and everything happening down there. So
it's Hollywood South. That's what I like.
It's Hollywood South. A lot of the Marvel stuff shoots down there. So, they really are popping off down there as well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, this has been a great interview, man. This has been great. So I don't always say this to everybody, but I would love for you to come back.
Sure. As long as you got that intro, if you got that intro and I can come bopping in, we good.
I'm gonna get you right, man. I got an intro and he did me an outro too. So man.
All right then.
We got an outro too, man. So you got any shout outs you want to give, man, before we get up out of here?
I just want to shout out everybody. I just want everybody that took the time to watch Southside. Thank you so much. Everybody who is always in my corner, being a big fan, all my family. Just thank you. Thank everybody that shows positive love. And also I just want to say something my dad taught me when I was young. It's like if you are heading towards your destination, if you're trying to get somewhere, the people that tell you no along the way have done you a favor, because that's one less name you have to remember when you're making your acceptance speech. So I want to take a moment to recognize all those people along the way too, and let you know that I appreciate you, because you have helped me.
Pops come with the words, man. Oh, I got to give him a applause for that.
Yeah. Lots of pearls of wisdom.
I didn't know we was going to church at the end. Hey, man, he said it right there though. That's dope, man. All right, tell him about the movie one more time when it drops.
Night's End is going to be on Shudder March 31st. You're going to get scared.
Mm-hmm. And y'all check him out on Southside right now. HBO Max season 1 and 2. He is on there. So y'all check him out. Super funny character. Man.
Thanks so much. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yeah, man. This has been great, man. So this is his first time, won't be his last time, man. We got Geno Walker in the building. Y'all make sure you go follow him. Hey, tell them where they can follow you at on Instagram and other things.
Yeah, on all the socials. I'm No Geno, KNOWGENO, No Geno on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Okay. All right, so y'all go give him a follow, man, and make sure you're following the show, the Cloud Chronicles, man. We got the award show coming up February 18th, 1 o'clock. So y'all check that out, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good jazz, man. Super talented guest in the building, artist, actor, Geno Walker. Y'all make sure you follow him and everything. This is the Cloud Chronicles, man. At the end of the episode, I always like to say mental health is real. You take care of this, it'll take care of you. Drink some water. Tell somebody you love them. Peace. We out of here, man. Geno Walker, Jerry and Blaze, man. This is the Cloud Chronicles, man. Now, y'all hold on, man. We got this sick outro. I gotta play it. Brought to you by TMP, man. Here we go. Watch it.